Hey everybody, Coach DiGiovanni here. In this video, we're going to take a look at another closeout drill, another live competitive closeout drill which will simulate game action. This one's our 2-on-2 closeout. Great to start to incorporate more than just one player on the court. Allows us to also start to introduce our help defense and closing out into a help position. So basically, in this setup here, what I've got is I've got 4 different teams shown on the court. A1, A2 is one team, B1 and B2 are the second team, C and D, third and fourth teams, etc. So one team starts out, and you can sort of change up the spots as you wish. I generally typically do the high elbows to the foul line extendeds for the offensive players there, somewhere in that area. So we have one ball, starts here with B1, and basically the action will begin. They're going to pass it right around. So once you pass it, you're live. Let's get rid of yellow. That's not a good color here. It doesn't show up so well. Let's try this orange. All right, so as B1 is going to pass it to B2, and they're going to go right around the horns. Now, once B1 passes it, he's live, and he's going to be guarding A1. Okay, so he's going to start to come on out here. Okay, let's change that color so you can see. So here's just to differentiate. So B1, after he passes it, B1's going to start going out there. And as B2 gets it, again, they're just whipping this ball around as quickly as they can. Once B2 passes it, he's now going to go out and guard A2. Okay? So this ball is no longer here. The ball is right here. Right now, A1, again, they do this quick. This is bang, 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 right? So it goes right around now to A2. And once it hits A2, it's live. Okay, so what you've got is, once B2 passes, essentially it comes out to A1 and then to A2, and B2 is closing out. So again, when we talk about our closeouts, we're talking about sprint halfway, okay, and chop your feet the rest of the way. So he's coming out here sprinting, 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 and then once he gets to maybe about here, he's chopping his feet. Okay, now B1 was the first one to give that ball up, but he's guarding A1. He's not going to run all the way out to him. That doesn't make any sense because now he's not in help position. So again, like I said, it's a great chance for us to start to talk about being in help position. So as B1 passes it and starts to sprint out, he's guarding A1, but then he's kind of planting himself right in here, depending on how you want to teach your help position. So now he's in that help position, and it becomes a 2-on-2 help and recover drill as well. We can sometimes dictate the action depending on teams we're playing. If the team we're playing gets into a lot of pick and roll, or if we're trying to work on our offensive pick and roll, we can stress that. Again, we can mimic the scoring however we want. We typically love to offer an extra point for weak hands. And again, in something like this, we would probably limit our offensive dribbles to 3 dribbles, again, to keep the drill moving and to make our offensive players be efficient. We would rotate. After they go through, then the B's would just come on up to offense, and the C group would be on defense, and the A's would go to the end of the line. All right, so now we have B, all right, so B2, B1, all right, and then the A's would be at the end of the line on defense. I think you guys get the point. All right, A2, A1, okay. And so same thing as some of the other drills we've talked about here. You know, we might set up a designated score to play to, or we might put it on the clock. We might say, hey, we're going to give 10 minutes for this period, and we'll see how many games we get in. Always have some sort of little punishment for the losers. Again, we try to keep it everything in our practice is either goal-oriented as a team or individual, or something that's competitive as individuals or as team. We try to make it fun as they go through it. So there's another one the kids like a lot, and starts to teach them how to start to play with others and close out with purpose, right? Not just running out to a guy who doesn't have the ball, but putting yourself in help position. So hopefully this proves to be helpful for you. Give it a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for listening.